Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It is time for Freedom Growers. Yes, it is after dusk, topics after dusk. We are here for another night of just some juicy information. We are still on that wealth train. So we want to give you guys some more good nuggets about
Mhm.
wealth. So I hope you guys have had your dinner, you're just sitting back and just waiting for Freedom Growers to go live. We are here for you. How are you guys doing this evening?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Welcome to
Yes,
Topic After
yes,
Dusk.
absolutely. I am Dee, and there is Lida. I am your number one money mindset maven, founder of Purpose to Freedom, and co founder of Freedom Growers. We are helping families to discover a growth mindset while building confidence one solution at a time. We are mentoring minds to appreciate critical thinking skills while building knowledge and confidence. Good evening, Mama.
Good evening, Mama May. How are you? Good evening again to all of our viewers. Thank you so much for viewing tonight. My name is Alita Smith, again, better known as Lida, here on Topics After Dusk. And I am your number one results driven accountability strategist. I provide resources and support to show you how to redefine while rekindling your relationships with food and money by empowering you to regain control of your actions while creating a more financially fit, energized, and transformed you. As the founders and co founders of Freedom Growers, our mission is planting seeds and growing fruit for your mind, your body, and your pocketbooks. And most definitely, we are still on the wealth train. And so, as most Thursdays go, we're thankful today and we are thanking your way to wealth. Yes, thank your way to wealth on this Thursday. And so it's like, thank my way to wealth. Yes, it's so many things that we think about that we want to do. And sometimes we forget to just be thankful for the moments that are getting us there. So let's just kind of discuss a few of those things that you should be faithful for in order to thank your way to wealth. Ooh, all right. Let me take a little sip here. I'm a little
All right, before we go any further into the broadcast, we want to welcome all of our Facebook viewers. Welcome again to the broadcast. YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. And Periscope, we're so grateful for you. Make sure that you are liking us, following us, click that subscribe button, and share this out. There may be some others that may want to hear more about what Freedom Growers is talking about. So make sure you heart it up. And our replay watchers, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you watching. Let us know if you're tuning in. Type in hashtag replay so that we can acknowledge your presence.
absolutely. Thank you, Dee. Wonderful. All right.
Yeah.
So what's on the screen? Y'all know what to do. All right. So point number one, be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Thanking your way to wealth is definitely a difficult task. It's going to be daunting. It's going to be stressful sometimes. But don't forget that you're in the position to grow your worth. So be thankful for where you are. There are some people that don't even have an opportunity to grow their worth. I mean, they have absolutely hit bottom of the rock. It not just rock bottom, but bottom of the rock, right? And so where you are right now, you're in the position to improve your wealth. So just still never forget where you came from, never forget your humble beginnings. Again, just appreciate and be thankful for the fact that you know what, Lord, I may not be where I want to be, but I'm able to get a little bit further thanks to what I have now. I can grow from what I have now. You've given me enough, right? You've given me enough wisdom. You've given me enough resources that in order for me to do that, I have enough that I can at least start somewhere. I'm not starting from rock bottom. I haven't lost everything. I haven't, just dwindled everything that I have. You're making a way for me to still be able to keep a roof over my head, food on the table, and be able to have hope and, again, faith that you're going to get me to my next level. But don't forget, I am thankful for where I am now. I thank God for everything that I have now, and just I'm ready to thank Him for a little bit more too. But just again, not being, don't put the cart before the horse, but still be thankful and show gratitude for what you have now. Right. I thought it was just
I
me.
am muted.
Oh
I
my
am
God.
muted. Oh my goodness. My
Girl, I
bad.
can't see. I
I'm
thought we
just talk going to town.
I thought we were just having one of those moments, and I thought it was just me. I'm sitting up texting her, y'all, in the back room, saying that I've lost your sound. So I'm doing that. I'm trying to read the lips because I wasn't finna interrupt it.
Oh my
Woo!
goodness. I had pressed my mute button because I was typing something and forgot to unmute myself. All right, here we are. So sorry about that. So the power of wealth building begins in the practice of gratitude. Gratitude attracts the wealth. So you have to be grateful for everything, all the things you currently have, your family, your friends, the experiences that you have, the good, the bad, the ugly, the not so great, because all of that made you now, you in the now. Be grateful for all of it because guess what it didn't do? It didn't kill you, and you are still here. Even the worst experiences that you can even think about that you've had, it has made you who you are. Be grateful for that. And wealth is not all about money either. It is so much more than just the things. It's about choices, being able to make choices. Wouldn't it be something? The presence of having a life filled with happiness in being, just in being, in doing and having whatever it is that you want. That's what wealth really is. Outside of the money, it's having the choice to do whatever it is that you want to do, buy whatever it is that you want to buy, live wherever it is that you want to live, do whatever it is that you want to do. It's about having a choice
And sometimes the choice is to do nothing.
at all.
Just listen. I'm good. I'm doing nothing today. How about that?
Hey, Miss Wanda.
Hey. Yes, I like that. I like that. All right. So the next point, you guys, is appreciate those around you. Appreciate those around you.
Oh, I wanted to
Build.
put this quote up.
Oh,
1 second. I'm sorry, Lita. I forgot that I had this quote up here by Auntie O, Auntie Oprah. Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. Now that's good right there. Be thankful for what you have
yes.
because
She
you
said,
just
"Oh, you will never have enough." I like that. Never. Ever. She put the
never,
realness right
right, never, ever, never, ever, ever, not never
there. Yep.
have enough.
Uh-uh. All right. So that brings us to the next point is appreciate those around you. Appreciate those around you. Um, some people are meant to push you. Some people are meant to confuse you.
Mm,
We always look at, oh, the haters, and they're really not there to stop you. They're just there to kind
mhm,
of confuse you unintentionally. But we call
mhm,
them haters. We have to have people to push us. We have to have those non-believers sometimes to push us. Sometimes it's the ones that don't believe you can, get to your next level are the ones that are actually going to be the ones that get you to wake up early, to make those sacrifices. Somebody that's praying for you that you don't even know is praying for your success. You've mentioned it to some people. Not everybody is just going to come right out and have those conversations with you, but they believe in you and they see something in you. They may not show up in your life or on your life, but they believe in your message, they believe in your goal, they believe in your success, and they trust that you'll do everything that you can to get there, and they're rooting for you even in the background. Again, we always focus on the people that are on the front row, but you got to remember there's rows behind that front row, those front row seaters. You can't just focus just on those people there. You got to focus on the ones who might also still be in the dark, that are waiting for your light to continue to shine. And remember that one point in your life you were in the dark and someone's light led you. So again, always be cognizant of the people that are around you. Appreciate those, that are giving you the pat on the back. Appreciate those that are kicking you in the butt because you need that kick, not because it's they know better or they're wiser. But sometimes we just get a little hard headed, and we just use the fact that we're grown to just say, I'm grown, I can do whatever I want to, but it's not the right thing to be doing. So appreciate those that are going to tell you that, honey, the rose smell is not what you're smelling. I love the people that are around me, the people that give me my realness when sometimes I don't see it. The people that are cheering me on, the people that aren't cheering me on directly but indirectly. It's just so many factors of people that are around you. It's not the ones that are just in your life on a negative basis, but it's just so many things about the people that are around you. Some of that, for me, are the people that, like my children, they don't know how much this means to me, for me to build the legacy for them. um they see me coming on the lives, they hear me talking about it, they see me moving in action, and they really don't know just how much I appreciate them to even be able to hold the torch and to be that spearhead for our family, and what that means to me in my heart. You can show them, you can tell them, but I don't think they really get it, because kids just kind of like in and out, in and out. Okay, mom, thanks. We know you gotta say stuff like that, mama. But they just really don't know. So you just have to appreciate those that are around you, even if it may not be your family. I've had some really awesome leaders in my life, and that's ever since I started working in fast food. And I think about those people sometimes just out of nowhere. How did I get some of the leadership skills that I have? And I have to think back, well, Who was I mentored by subliminally, right? The people that just said, well, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is what I get paid to do. But they had a passion of leadership, and their leadership was to lead other leaders. And they saw that in me before I saw it in myself at a young age. So just imagine you being younger than most of the people that you're actually superior to, and how that might feel to someone that's never been in that role as a young adult. And so just to be like, man, I remember that boss. He was kind of hard, but you know what? It really molded my leadership skills in my later years. I used what I got from that individual, and I kept it with me. There's some things that I learned when I played high school volleyball. And it's a saying that I learned in high school volleyball was expect to win. And I still think about that slogan to this day. What if she never told us that before a game? Would I have that same mentality that everything I put my hands on, I'm expecting to win? Think about someone that just spoke one thing to you that you're still remembering today. It's not about the people who are always directly in your life, just throughout your life. There have been so many people and so many things that have been fed into you, that have been sown into you, that you're still using to this day. And sometimes we forget it. But we got to appreciate those around us and those that have been pouring into us, maybe not on a constant, but just throughout the years. And then again, it just helps you be able to appreciate everything about everybody that comes in and out of your life. And that's how I use those, appreciate those around me.
That is awesome. Yes, appreciate those around you. I have this quote here by, oh, did it click? There it is. Christiane Northrup. Feeling grateful or appreciative of someone or something in your life actually attracts more of the things that you appreciate and value into your life. Feeling grateful or appreciative of someone or something in your life actually attracts more of the things that you appreciate and value into your life. And so there's this story about a teacher. Oh, yay, a teacher, right? And I get these sometimes too, but this is not about me. This is somebody else. Um, recognize those who have made an impact in your life. So this gentleman sent a card to one of his teachers from long ago. There were many students who thought she was very strict. I've had that misconception. But I saw her as someone who was disciplined and expected our very best. She ended up sending me a thank you card back stating that my card had brought her to tears. After all these years, someone had expressed appreciation and valued her for who she was and not what they thought she should be. And teachers, and some doctors too, probably nurses and the like, never get appreciated for the things that they do until years later, especially in the moment, because those kids do not like you in the moment because you're pushing them out of their comfort zone. But years later, I'm friends with a lot of my former students on Facebook, and I get to see their growth and what they're doing. Some are in college, some are now out of school and just living life, married and have kids. And I'm watching their kids grow up, and I'm sitting like, oh my God, you're how old? He. But it's amazing, and they can tell me some of the phrases that I've said to them, and they are, send me things in my inbox and saying all kinds of things. You've done this, that, and the third, and what have you. I want to know how many people in our lives could use some unconditional appreciation. How many people in our lives can use some unconditional, meaning you appreciating them without anything in return? Think about that. We don't ever really sit down and think about wow, who can
Mm-hmm.
I just show some appreciation to?
Mm-hmm.
Because one, it will be unexpected. Two, it will do you some good to see their reaction to receiving that appreciation.
Yeah, it's just like it's gonna be like an undescribed joy. It's just
Yeah,
it'll just I'm telling you, it'll just be like, oh my gosh. It's just like when someone tells you something, you're just like, now do the reverse to someone else.
right. And sometimes the response is always, "Well, I was just doing me." Well, the you that you were doing, I'm grateful for it because in that moment I needed it, and I thank you for that. It's not gonna cost you nothing, and it's not gonna take away from anything that you have going on to just take a moment to appreciate someone else. And I know in the hustle and bustle of life today, we don't think about it. We don't even give two thoughts about it sometimes. But freedom growers are here we're planting seeds. That's our whole mission, to plant seeds for the mind. We're going to do something good for your mind, for your body, and eventually for your pocketbooks. Because, like we said, gratitude attracts wealth. It will flow to you easily and effortlessly from all sorts of places that you've seen and unseen, known and unknown, just out of nowhere. Gratitude. That's wealth right there. Being appreciated and just giving that to someone else. Raise your vibration. Be the light.
Good, good, good vibration. Dang it. I don't think we're gonna ever go through a life without of a
Oh
song
no.
somewhere. We just
That's just what we do.
she said, oh no, we just ain't gonna
It's
be
just
able
what
to
we
do
do.
it. Yes. All right. This is good tonight, y'all. Good
Mhm.
tonight. Fire in the comments. Put a little fire in the comments, honey. So
Absolutely.
it's okay. All right. So the next and final point is speak gratitude when you share your story. Speak gratitude when you share your story. And it just boom, hit me, hit me, hit me. Today I saw a post, and the post said, sometimes you're so focused on the breakdown that you forget the breakdown is really your breakthrough. So we're
Mhm.
focusing on the negative aspect of what seems to be chaos, what
Mhm.
seems to be turmoil. And it's just that pressure that makes you that diamond. You're already a diamond, but you just got a couple of things you got to chisel through. So when you're telling your story from a place of gratitude. I'm thankful that I made it through that because there were some lessons I needed to learn. There were some times that someone told me I would probably be in a situation like that, and I didn't believe them.
Mhm.
And then I was. And I forgot the lesson before I got to the test because
Hmm.
you always get the answer to the test before you get the test. And what happens is we forget who provided us that answer before we got to the test. So we had to get to the breakthrough. It's like, dang, I forgot.
Mhm.
And then somebody be like, girl, I told you, if you keep on doing what you're doing, this is what's gonna happen. Or if I'm trying to save you now so you don't have to be rescued later. Right? But it's okay. It's okay.
Mhm.
We gotta go through our own story. But you know what? It's all for his glory. So at the end of the day, what seemed to be so much chaos in your life, the turmoil, the disarray, the heartaches, the pains, it's just a way for you to show gratitude that I was strong enough to
Mhm.
endure. and I made it through. I can be the light for somebody else. Someone was the light for me before I got there. That's
Mhm.
probably why I was able to get through, because I did have a little bit of the answers before I got to the test. I just kind of forgot some of them. you know? And
Mhm.
so it's like some people have some of the word, like the heart-wrenching story. And it's like, oh my God. And they're just telling it with a smile there,
Mhm.
and you hear the gratitude in their voice. You hear the love, the joy, and the peace. And when you can be thankful for your story, you can be at peace with whatever that was that seemed to be so bad.
Mhm.
The breakdown is just another way to say it's a breakthrough. It's something that you need to go through to get to the next level so that you can become the best you that you're
Mm.
supposed to. God knows you before you know yourself.
Right.
And so he knows the test that he has to take you through. But he ain't gonna give you more than you can bear. You can best believe that. I have said it many a times.
Mm.
If I ever got in that situation, I don't know what I would do. Well, I got through. That's what I did.
Right. Situation
I got,
came.
yeah, I got in the situation, but I
Mhm.
got through it. And I say, you know what? I thank God for some of the bad choices that I made, because some of them had some really good outcomes at the end of the day. So if you can always, if you've forgiven yourself from your story, if you've forgiven the hurt, you let it go. You can't give it gratitude if you haven't let it go.
Mhm.
So once you've released it, it's always glory in the story,
Right.
regardless how hard it sounds, regardless how bad it seemed with the ed.
Yeah.
It's good. It's all good. So again, you got to speak gratitude when you share your story. I'm thankful that I went through, because it was some lessons that I learned.
Mhm.
And you know what? I'm even better at the end of
As a result, absolutely.
the result.
I remember, I follow Iyanla Van Zant. That's my homegirl. She will give it to you straight, no chaser, and I love it. Um, she always, when she's talking to, Fix My Life, I love watching it. I actually record it so that I can watch it, even though I can do it on demand. She always talks about how when people are telling their story, it takes them back to when it actually happened, and they're living through it all over again. And they're the victim. They've played the victim throughout while telling their story. And she was like, every time you tell that story, it's you're addicted to the story. You are addicted to the story. When are you going to actually heal from the story and find the lesson? Because you haven't found the lesson if you're still affected by the story. And so I had to think about it because, and if my mom is still on here, she know about my daddy issues and stuff like that. And it would every time I would get so angry and upset about certain things until some Mama O made she said something about sometimes there are people we have gallon size love, gallon sized hearts um, to feel, but other people may only have a pint size of love to give. I receive, I have the capacity to receive a gallon size, but others only have the capacity to pour a pint. And you have to be grateful for the pints that they're able to give. They can't give anymore because they don't have that in them. And so it took me a while. I was hell over 40. My dad died 2 years ago, and I'm finally able to tell that story without the emotional attachment to it.
hmm
I don't get
hmm
emotionally attached to it because it is what it is. And I had to let go of it years ago, after my sister passed away. So now, well, after I had my um, uh, pity party moment. But you do still have a pity party moment, and then you get over yourself because you like super grown with your own kids, but you go back to that little girl, and you gotta get out of that particular story and remove the little girl out of it. You gotta let her grow up, and so I had to let her grow up and deal with all of that, and then realize, well, what if he was in your life in a different capacity? Would you be where you are now? Your life would be so different. It could be the same, but it could be different. And I've come to the realization there is nothing that I would change. Absolutely nothing that I would change in the past 44 years,
Mm-hmm.
because I am who I am because of what happened from 1976 until now.
Absolutely. I
And if
like
I
that.
change that one thing, I change everything.
Mm-hmm.
I change one,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm.
change everything. And so I'm grateful for that lotus flower growing in the mud, because she's been growing towards the sun. Grateful for that.
Then you go have me running around here, child. You have me running. Did
Right.
y'all heard that? The lotus flower growing in the mud,
Okay.
reaching for the sun.
Reaching
Come
for
on
the
now. Somebody might have missed it, but I didn't.
If anybody
Hey,
has ever seen my logo, that's the reason why it's the lotus flower.
yes.
That's the reason
Mm.
why. The muck and the mire.
Yes,
But yet
indeed.
lift its petals towards the
Hmm.
sun.
Towards the sun.
Towards the sun. It's gonna do whatever it gotta do to find
Mm-hmm.
the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And that just represents, my life. And I'm grateful for the mud, the mari, all of it, because it has made me who I am today.
Wouldn't change not one thing. You hear
Not
me? One. I love that. I love it.
one. Those what ifs.
Thank-
Yep.
Yes,
Now,
indeed.
those
Thank.
what ifs don't go away. Um,
No.
because you still, but I'm not wrapped up in that what if to
Mm-hmm.
alter the story. It's just like, man, what if X, Y, or Z?
Right, right. You
Yeah.
ain't dwelling on it.
Right.
It's not
It's just,
burden.
right. It's just out of
Yes.
curiosity. I wonder.
Mhm. Right.
It's
It
not
ain't
out
a
of sadness.
yeah, it ain't a bag. What you say, them bags?
Oh,
It ain't a
it's not a bag.
it's not a bag. It's just
That bag I've gotten rid of that bag. I've been
hello.
working on getting rid of that bag. It took, I was still carrying a bag and dumping stuff out of it,
Yeah.
but still carrying the bag. But shoot, that bag is gone, honey.
Some of y'all hold on to them. What if this is heavy?
Okay,
Lighten that
bag
load.
lady, you gonna miss your bus.
That's right. Lighten
You
that
can't hurry
load.
up because you got too much stuff.
Yes, honey. Thank your way to wealth on this Thursday with the Freedom Growers, y'all. Topics
Yes,
after dusk. Another
yes,
hot topic tonight. Grateful
absolutely.
to have appreciate those around you
Mm,
and continue to speak gratitude when you share your story.
mhm.
Um, we have to go through because we don't want to forget that we are little G's and not big G's. We little, yeah, we little, and anytime we think with that G getting too big, the real G gonna let you have it. Yeah, that's just what that is, and And you just gotta always be like, you know what? I thank God for the test, because I always want to make sure that God gets the glory for the
Mm,
story all the time. I
mhm.
thank God for my life. If he, baby, he can take the whole G out of the picture if he, but I don't want him to do that just yet.
Okay.
The G stay little. Let him do what he need to do. Mold me, Lord. Continue to mold me. Thank you
Indeed.
all to wealth. Absolutely.
Yes. All right. So we have two things that we want to share with you guys tonight. I don't think Lida has hers with her, but last night, I don't know if y'all noticed that we had some props in our background and we completely forgot about it. We forgot to mention until we pressed the end broadcast button. And I was like, dang it, we didn't talk about what we had in the background. And we purposely put it in the background. Alita's is purple and gray. And mine is what's this? Orange and green and what have you. It's a hula hoop. This is we both have weighted hula hoops. So we are doing a 30-day challenge. You can still be a part of the hula hoop challenge. We got the hula hoop challenge going on and a squat challenge going on in our Facebook group. You can join us. Let me find my link here. You can join us in our free community at purposetofreedom.com. Join Growth to Freedom. We're doing and take a before picture. Take a before picture, profile and everything, because when you do your squats, something should change. And I put some benefits of squats in the group, and I'll put some benefits of the hula hoop, working the hula hoop as well. And so I did. I need to do my hula hoop and my squats today. It ain't no joke, y'all. So we would love to have you join us.
It's hanging my knees and toes, baby, but I ain't
Okay.
giving how
Okay.
many worlds I get, even if it's a half a world. I'm gonna end up getting it again.
Okay. If you got to keep picking it up for that whole 5 minutes, just keep
Yeah.
just slang it. Just you're not moving it. Your hand just moving.
I said, Lord Jesus, I said, why come I can't get it together? Now, I used to could hula hoop up and down the lane and they one leg on it and everything. I mean, goodness, I can't get it together, y'all, but I'm working it out. It's heavy.
And last but not least, Friday. Friday. Let's see. Couldn't get it to uh-oh. I don't want you to do none of that. We have our Faith It Friday. Why is it doing all of this? Hold on, y'all. It's been giving me the blues lately. We have our Faith It Friday with Miss Eunice. We are excited to have her come on. Am I still? No, I took it off. It's been given. It won't open up like I needed to. But she will be on tomorrow nights at 8:30. Be in the place at 8:30. We cannot wait to hear her faith walk story. And I think my screen is doing the fool.
Absolutely.
There we
It's going to be on, y'all. You know that. Every Friday night.
go. Okay, every Friday
She's
night.
on 30. So we're going to be ready. That's Central Standard Time, you guys.
Yes, Central Standard Time. Miss
Mm-hmm.
Eunice Jones, better known as Coach E. I am excited to have her on. You will get to learn all about her and what she has going on. And I have a special thing at the very end that we will begin incorporating in our Faith It Fridays. So
Hey.
it's going to be exciting and just fun. Just fun. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to another Topics After Dusk with Freedom Growers. As always, we are here to help plant seeds and grow fruit for the mind, the body, and your pocketbook. So don't forget, tomorrow night, 8:30, be in the place with your pen and your paper so that you can get ready. Because I know she's going to be dropping some nuggets because she drops
Yes,
nuggets
yes,
on the daily on her Facebook page. So I know
yes, yes, indeed.
she's going to have some goodness for us. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It has,
Yes.
as usual, it has been a pleasure and we appreciate your presence. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. And thank you, Periscope viewers. Have a great evening and see you guys tomorrow night. Bye, guys.